Okay, so welcome everybody to this video about Kaspa mining. So today I'm going to be explaining Kaspa mining difficulty and mining rewards. So when we look at Kaspa mining, there are two main components that are very important. The mining difficulty. This is directly related to how many people worldwide are mining Kaspa, referred to as the Kaspa network hash rate. Because the block rate is fixed, the more miners there are, the greater the difficulty needs to be to solve the block puzzle, meaning you need more hash rate to compete. This determines the rate at which you can mine a block with a specific hash rate. The second important aspect is the block reward. This is how many Kaspa you receive as a reward for successfully mining one block. So firstly, I'm going to explain some important terms. Hash rate. This is the amount of hashes that the computing power can generate every second. Your hash rate. This is your personal hash rate that is allocated to you from buying hash rate rental packages from RRG mining. Network hash rate. This is the total hash rate globally of every entity mining Kaspa. This includes all private mining and large mining pools. Block rate. This is the rate at which new blocks are mined. Across all blockchain networks, this is normally, if not always, a fixed parameter. For Bitcoin, it's famously one block every 10 minutes, and it's been that way since the beginning of Bitcoin. In the case of Kaspa, it's one block every second. The protocol aims to fix the block rate at this specified constant, but we have a variable hash rate. This means in order to keep the block rate constant, we need an additional parameter called the mining difficulty. This constantly adjusts how difficult the puzzle is that the miners need to solve in order to mine one block. And this constantly adjusts as the network hash rate changes. If more miners join the network, the hash rate will increase, and therefore the block rate will decrease. Of course, we want to keep the block rate constant. So to counteract this, the difficulty is gradually increased until the correct balance is restored. Similarly, if miners leave the network, then the hash rate will decrease and blocks will begin to be mined more slowly or too slowly, leading to a reduction in mining difficulty. This means that the graphs of both network hash rate and mining difficulty are essentially the same shape. They just have a different scale and units. So mining difficulty. This is the parameter that I've just talked about as a control between network hash rate and block rate. This measures, on average, how many hashes a miner should create to find one block. So if the network hash rate was, for example, 4 terahash per second, and we want a block rate of 1 block per second, then the mining difficulty would need to be set at 4 terahash. If you had a hash rate of 30 gigahash per second, this would be 0.75% of the total network hash rate, meaning you could expect to mine 648 blocks per day. Another way to look at it is that you would need to accumulate 4,000 gigahash to solve one block. You can create 30 gigahash per second, so it would take you 4,000 over 30 seconds, or roughly 133 seconds, to solve one block with your personal hash rate. So now we're actually going to talk about mining difficulty and hash rate. Now you have a clearer understanding of these important terms, we are going to look at some graphs. This is a graph of the Kaspa network hash rate over time. You can see this graph for yourself along with many other statistics on the Kaspalytics website. This is at www.kaspalytics.com. So this is a graph of a period of the past year. It shows that the network hash rate has increased from around 15 petahash per second to around 1,000 petahash per second, about a 67 times increase. The network hash rate really correlates with how popular the blockchain is. People want to mine it if it's profitable, so they can sell the coins as they mine them. But if the coin has a lot of future potential in upward price movement, people also want to mine the coin and hold them for future gains. Here we can see that the network hash rate is also highly correlated with the price of Kaspa. Naturally, if the price is high, more people want to mine it because they can make an immediate profit, meaning more miners join the network. If the price is low, the cost of mining may become more expensive than the rewards, making it less profitable or not profitable to mine in the short term, meaning miners leave the network, reducing the hash rate. Looking at the graph, you can see that as the hash rate becomes higher than the price will respond with a sharp increase. This can pull the price higher than the hash rate, generating a sudden interest in Kaspa mining, increasing the hash rate until an equilibrium is found. At the end of the graph, we can see the current situation, with the hash rate being significantly higher than the price. History shows us that the price will likely have to increase to restore the balance in mining profitability, or the network hash rate would need to decrease. Kaspa shows a constant increase in mining hash rate, and this is due to many factors relating to popularity and the potential of the project. The high hash rate compared to the price can indicate that the general consensus of the community is that Kaspa has a lot of future potential and that they trust in the long-term success of the project. So therefore, it is worth mining and hodling rather than worrying about the current price for quick gains. So we're going to move on now to the Kaspa mining difficulty. So the mining difficulty is directly related to the price and popularity of Kaspa. A year ago, Kaspa was not very well known, but it's gradually been getting more popular. As more people know about Kaspa, more people want to mine it, more people buy it, and as the price goes up, it generates more traction and makes more people want to mine it, and so on, and the cycle continues. The mining difficulty always tracks closely with the price. If the difficulty is too low compared with the price, more people start to mine it because the profitability increases. But if the difficulty becomes too high compared to the price, the profitability decreases, so less people mine, or there will be a significant price increase. To pull the price more in line with the high difficulty, this, as we've already discussed, is related to how the community feels about the project long term. With Kaspa growing in popularity and the price having more than doubled in 3 months, going from 10.2 cents at the beginning of May 2024 to 20.9 cents at the end of July 2024, many Bitcoin miners are switching over to mine Kaspa, almost a 50% increase in Kaspa mining pools in 3 months, going from 46 to 62. Binance is a huge influence in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. Binance already had a perpetual futures listing for Kaspa, but recently made another move towards Kaspa involvement, opening a Kaspa mining pool. Binance currently doesn't have a spot listing for Kaspa, but with Binance's increased involvement with Kaspa, it seems this could be coming pretty soon, and when it does, the price is going to go through the roof all the way to the moon, or at least I expect and hope that it will. Okay, so we've already talked a lot about network popularity, hash rate, and mining difficulty, but these things aren't the only factors that affect your total mining rewards. The mining difficulty determines how quickly you can mine one block with a specific hash rate. But how does this translate into Kaspa coins? How much Kaspa is one block? This is an important part of it, and it's called the block reward. The block reward comes from the emission schedule. So the block reward is the amount of Kaspa rewarded for mining one block and comes from the emission schedule. Emission schedule is the schedule of how the block reward changes over time, the amount of Kaspa that can be mined each month or each block specifically. The Kaspa emission schedule is shown on this graph. With Kaspa, the block reward is halved every 12 months, which is broken up into 12 small monthly decrements, rather than a single time at the end of the year. This is just one of the major improvements over Bitcoin, where the block reward halves suddenly after 4 years, causing significant volatility in the price. This faster reduction in Kaspa mining rewards mean scarcity increases faster, which results in a steady price increase. Every month, less Kaspa is generated, but at the same time, Kaspa becomes more popular and more people want it. So with an increased mining difficulty and less Kaspa rewards, there is a double effect in the mining output, which is why we're seeing these big reductions. This graph shows the change of mining difficulty and block reward over time. So in summary, when the mining difficulty increases and your hash rate stays constant, you will mine less blocks over the same time period. As time goes on, the reward for each block reduces, so you end up getting less Kaspa for less blocks mined. To maintain your mining output, it's important to increase your personal hash rate over time. But with RRG mining, it's good news because we are able to give out Kaspa rewards to our customers at a higher rate than the global average, being the mining entity with the best rates in the market. RRG Mining is committed to providing the best value in the world to our customers. I hope this presentation has been informative, giving you a better understanding of how Kaspa mining works. Look out for our future videos about other aspects of the Kaspa blockchain. Thank you very much.